Welcome to VSP News from Kolman's Corner. I'm your host, David A. Kolman, the editor of Fleet Maintenance Magazine, the only publication that is all maintenance, all management, all vehicle classes, all the time. In 2005, the Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standard on air brake systems was amended to improve stopping distance performance of heavy-duty trucks. There are two phases to the new stopping distance mandates. Phase 1 was implemented on August 1st, 2011. Phase 2 takes place on August 1st, 2013. Now, meeting these mandates has required changes to both braking systems and components. Director of Marketing and Global Customer Solutions for Bendix Spicer Foundation Brake, Ganaway, explains.
Biggest changes to foundation brakes and wheel-in equipment are two things: increased use of air disc brakes, as well as higher performing drum brakes. What we see with the air disc brakes are less freight, better performance, longer maintenance cycles, and reduced operating costs. The way the drum brakes have changed is the friction primarily, and now we use higher performing friction. The friction has less fade to it, and also the brake sizes are quite a bit larger. I want to reinforce that's really a systems change, and it's not only the goal to get higher output out of the brakes, but really to make sure that the brake system works well with the trailers and everyday drivers.
Ganaway provided some additional information on the mandates and their impact on truck fleets.
So as part of phase 1, we made changes to tractors at 59,600 pounds and less. As part of phase 2, that will be all other tractors, so all of the 4x2s and those with lift and auxiliary axles will also be changed. Generally speaking, about a 30% reduction in stopping distance requirements, and our goal is that drivers and fleets will really see no change in their operation in day-to-day driving, but really have higher capability brakes in an emergency situation, bringing them much closer to the performance of passenger cars.
With the new brakes, proper brake relining takes on even greater importance.
One of the things to be aware of, as these vehicles now, whether they're built after August of 2011 or beyond, is that when it comes time to service those vehicles, the old parts will continue to fit. So please take due care to reline with the original equipment because there is a tremendous difference in performance. One of the things that we looked at was we relined reduced stopping distance, high performance brakes with conventional materials and found that we increased the stopping distance in some cases by as much as 96 feet. That's 5 passenger car lengths. And that essentially takes the brake back to pre-RSD performance. So if you think of the goal to make heavy trucks safer and avoid rear-end collisions, fleets need to be very careful to make sure they reline with the same material so that that isn't a problem.
Visit Fleet Maintenance Magazine online for additional information on the reduced stopping distance mandates and their impacts on our industry. Thank you for tuning into VSP News from Kolman's Corner. I'm your host, David A. Kolman, editor of Fleet Maintenance Magazine, the only publication that is all maintenance, all management, all vehicle classes, all the time. Until our next broadcast, keep up to date with what is happening in our industry by visiting Fleet Maintenance Magazine online.